Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this morning's episode of Bullet Points, we're going to dive into an AP article where they said the quiet part out loud. Now, we've been talking for a couple days now about the Rittenhouse case. It's not about Rittenhouse. It's not about the fact that it's self-defense or not. It's about the fact that he had a gun, and therefore you can have a gun. Therefore, that is a problem for the narrative. And the biggest thing that we cover on this channel is the why. We've been doing it for 10 to 11 months and applying it politically, and this is no different. If you look at the narrative, you can always see the narrative they're spinning, back it in, and look at the why, and you can find the broader vision of what they're doing. And that's what we do on a daily basis here. And this is a perfect example. Eventually, they get to their point, but they always start in incremental moves. The AP just said the quiet part out loud. I want to walk through this with you. Check this out. It's in the description box below as usual, and I want to hear from you guys on this because this is how we train our minds to see where they're going before they even get there. So, let's dive in. Rittenhouse verdict comes amid fraught gun landscape. Okay, a little ambiguous, but also a little edgy. I like it. See where we're going? The upcoming verdict in Kyle Rittenhouse's murder trial for shooting 3 men during street unrest in Wisconsin comes against a backdrop of deep political divisions and expanded access to guns in the United States. Factors that some fear could lead to more dangerous encounters. Now that took an interesting turn. One, notice how they said the murder trial for shooting 3 men during street unrest? Did you notice how they didn't say the self-defense trial? They didn't say the altercation. They said murder. They're trying to plant that and drive that narrative. Then the back here, they really get to the bottom point here. Expanded access to guns in the United States and factors that some fear could lead to more dangerous encounters. Expanded access to guns is something that they've been hitting across the board, from all the way from the Texas carry laws to the New York Supreme Court case in New York and California. They've been hitting on the, how do they say it? Expanded access to guns in the United States. That's been their tagline. When they start repeating things, that's how you know you're onto something. But let's keep going. The 18-year-old testified he fired in self-defense, killing 2 men and wounding a third after coming under attack during a night of protest against the situation in Kenosha in 2020. But prosecutors argue the Rittenhouse set the deadly chain of events in motion by traveling from his home in nearby Illinois armed with an AR-style semi-automatic rifle. I'm not going to hit the points. That's been litigated. I'm not going to go into that. My point here is they're arguing that he started this because he took the gun. That's what we've been covering for a while now. The impetus is on him because he took the gun. Put you in that same situation. It's now on you. It's now on every American because you prepared for something that could go bad. It's exactly what they're blaming. They're not blaming the outcome. They're not blaming a skateboard. They're not blaming a gun pointed at you. They are blaming the fact that you took a gun, so therefore you provoked an emotion, even though you defended yourself in any normal situation. Let's continue because it keeps getting a little crazy here. While legal experts have said the details give Rittenhouse a strong argument for self-defense, some worry about the broader signal for an acquittal could send. That right there is the point. Legal experts have said he has a strong case for self-defense. Well, this is a self-defense case, so that makes a whole lot of sense. Then why aren't we talking about that? Why is this AP article not talking about the fact that it's self-defense? They're talking about the broader signal it could send. This is the narrative in a nutshell. This is the why right here. The jury that heard the case deliberated a full day on Tuesday without reaching a decision, and they returned Wednesday. Rittenhouse, a strong argument for self-defense. Some worry about the broader signal an acquittal could send. Listen to a gun controller from Giffords.org, or actually this is Every Town for Gun Safety, Bloomberg's group. It's easy to see how an acquittal could send the message that there are no consequences for showing up armed wherever you want. And then, when situations escalate, you pull the trigger and get away with it. Get away with what? You defended yourself because someone broke the law against you, but that's not the important piece. It's easy to see how an acquittal could send the message there are no consequences for showing up armed. It's not about what you did, it's about how you showed up. Do you see what they're doing? They're putting the emphasis on you prepared. That's the second time in the same article. I'm going to wrap this up on the last one. The case comes at a time when many other states are expanding self-defense laws and loosening permitting requirements for carrying guns in public. See how they're tying it all together now? Using the same language, tying that case to actually taking a gun, not self-defense, and then they're going national? The U.S. Supreme Court, meanwhile, seems poised to strike down a stricter New York gun permitting law. Both gun sales and gun violence have separately been on the rise. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. We go into another channel on another time. We've been forever. But they're poised to strike down a stricter New York gun law. That's the whole point. This is a broader narrative. The reason why they're hitting on this is because it attacks you, it attacks us, and it directly invades their narrative. Always look for the why, and I hope that was a video worth your time. And I'll see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. This is Braden signing out.